Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play call, and you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Daxton Hill drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
He's got it to the 43 here. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. He's got room past the 30, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The numbers a week ago for Cook. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Cook is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this one too low.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll just get rid of it.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about when the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing right, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Right back to him on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fielded just inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Covered a lot of ground there, 81 yards on the punt return. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 6. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The Colts send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He'll return it from the 6. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out right at the 35. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Cook up the gut. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
22 is coming. 22 is coming.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now this throw caught left side and out across midfield down to the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a throw here to his running back. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Mike 22, Mike 22. All day, just like that, just like that. Mike 22, he's coming, 22's coming.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Deshaun Watson leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Christian McCaffrey, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And that one's at halftime with them leading the visiting New York Giants. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
right, Coach. Thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Jaguars extend their lead yet again. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a give up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execute.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, it's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry
to about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now it's 2nd and 9. Out Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Ready? Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Burns, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. The Jaguars getting set to go.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
17.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards. Pretty impressive play. Scrambled out of the pocket. Now, it took some guts to throw that ball because the defender was right there.
Tells you also that his offensive line understands who he is. You don't just get one block on a play. Be prepared for 2 or 3 in order to help keep the play alive and that allowed for the completion downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jags get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 2 times.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 16. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he coughed it up. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dalvin Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the they'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense, because your goal.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Winston. He's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's the fullback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Let's go, D. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
2nd and 13. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. They'll look to set up his blockers.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Winston sliding out of the pocket. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Let's pick it up.
He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. In your face.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your child. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And, frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Jameis now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
On play action, Winston. He'll buy some time right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll throw again. Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the side?
He's got a man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. A give to Cook out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Winston. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 10. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just...
And that's caught inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're looking to throw this. Winston. This is caught by Tate. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jags, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.